Hey yo, welcome to another edition of Hey Yo. I am the host of this show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, D Shelton. But my government name is Del Rico Shelton. As always, this podcast is sponsored by Rose Sweets LLC. That's Rose Sweets LLC. The best cake, pops, and cupcakes in the DMV area. Small base business based in Southern Maryland. You can reach them at row underscore sweets underscore LLC on Instagram and on Facebook, and also Gmail at rollsweetsllc at gmail.com. And also, as you see, the good Riverside.fm is providing the platform to do this podcast show, whatever you want to call it. Please like, share, and subscribe to Hey Yo with your boy D Sheldon. I greatly appreciate that. And as always, I love y'all to death. Anywho, let me get with now that the formality is over and the corniness is over. Goddamn. I guess I gotta say it. The Boston Celtics defeated the Dallas Mavericks in a convincing fashion, 106-88, winning the NBA Finals with a 4-1 series victory. This is now title number 18 for the Boston Celtics. Do you all know how painful this is right now for me as a diehard Laker fan? For them to have number 18. One more than my Lakers. And they won today in convincing fashion after getting destroyed a few days ago in Dallas. This hurts. This hurts. There's two teams I can't stand. Boston Celtics, for obvious reasons because of our history, and the Los Angeles Clippers. It was pretty much after the end of the first quarter, it was over. When Joe Mazzulla, who is now the youngest coach to win the NBA Finals, next to Bill Russell, subs Pritchard in for one purpose, to hit a half-court three, and he hit it. You know you're in trouble. You know you're in trouble when your quote-unquote superstar player, Luka Doncic, is slipping on the court. You got a problem. You got a problem when arguably the most skilled ball player that the NBA has ever seen, somehow when he gets in TD Garden in Boston, can't hit anything. You know you're in trouble when Derek White always somehow hits a three, a prayer three with no time on it or some fluky joint. I'm hurting right now. Let me gather myself. Let me go to the screen. Let me go to the screen. I feel like I'm about to cry. I hate Boston. Let me go to the script and break out the stats. I'm going to break out Dallas's first because I got questions. PJ Washington played 34 minutes, gave you 4 points. He was a minus 26. He gave you 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 turnovers. After having a good series against Minnesota, lights might have been too bright. I guess Charlotte Hornets PJ Washington showed up for this series. Jones Jr., Mr. Pogo Stick, had 10 points. He was 4 for 8. He played 22 minutes. 1 for 4 for 3, 1 for 2 for the free throw line. And I'm going to get, there's going to be some hidden stuff here. He was a minus 8. Gave you no rebounds, no assists, no steals. Got a block though. Daniel Gafford, ex-Washington Wizard, gave you 6 points, 3 for 5, 3 rebounds. He was a minus 7. But I'm saying minus 7, that's plus minus. Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew. He has not won in Boston since he left Boston. What, 3-4 years ago now? He played 41 minutes. He was 5 for 16, 3 for 9 for the 3, 2 for 2. He actually had 9 assists, 3 rebounds. Only had 15 points. He was minus 11. But the star of the show, Luka Doncic, 43 points, 12 for 25, 2 for 9 for 3, 2 for 5 for the free throw line. He had 12 rebounds, only 5 assists, 3 steals, 28 points. He was a minus 19. Oh, by the way, Luka has 7 turnovers. I'm not going to get into the bench except for Green, who came off the bench with 14 points. He was 5 for 8, 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. He was the only one I think came out with energy. Okay. Now let me go to the Boston Celtics. For those that were wondering about Jason Tatum, why is he shooting? Why is he shooting now? He's playing horrible. Oh. He played 45 minutes. He was 11 for 24, 1 for 7 for 3-point line, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. He had 31 points. Al Horford, old man Al, old ass Al, who played in more playoff games than anybody besides Karl Malone not to have a ring. Well, he got one now. 32 points, 3 for 6, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. He actually had 9 boards. Finished with 9 points. Derek White, 38 minutes, 4 for 10. And every time they got every time when the shot clock goes, he just throws some shit up and there's a 3 and it goes in. He finished with 14 points. Jaylen Brown played 44 minutes. He was 7 for 23, 2 for 9 for 3, 5 for 6 from your free throw line. 6 assists, 8 points. Oh, by the way, Jason Tatum also had 11 assists, by the way, and 8 rebounds. 21 points. And Jaylen Brown is now the Bill Russell Award winner of Finals MVP. Well deserved. But the star of today's show, Oh, let me hit this. Kristaps Porzingis played. He played only 16 minutes, 5 points. Former Washington Wizard, by the way, who the Wizards traded to Boston in the offseason. By the way, the same Porzingis who was drafted by the New York Knicks, but was injury prone, which he is. Got traded to Dallas first. That same Dallas squad that he just beat, rumor has it, well, it wasn't rumor that him and Luka did not get along. So now, guess what Porzingis is due to the Dallas Mavericks? Dee. I got jewelry, bitch. Side note, why it seemed like for the past, I don't know, 20, 30 years, when the Wizards slash Bullets back then trade a player, let them go, they go to a decent team. They come out with jewelry. I'm just saying. Google former Washington Wizards slash Bullets that has jewelry. You're going to be surprised how much jewelry these players got. But to start the show with me personally this game, Drew Holiday played 43 minutes, 7 for 14, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. He had 15 points, no steals, but 4 assists. He had 11 rebounds. And damn it, I think 7 of them were offensive. It was crazy. Let me go to the team stats real quick so I can prove my point. Dallas shot 35 for 78 for 44.9%, basically 45% from the field. The Celtics, 38 of 89 for 42.7. The Mavericks, 11 for 37 from the three-point line for 29.7. Couldn't hit shit. The Celtics, 13 for 39 for 33.3%. They hit timely threes. The free throw line, Dallas was 7 of 13. Most of them bricks by Luka. Boston, on the other hand, was 7 of 20. Getting to the free throw line and hitting their free throws. What, don't believe me? Boston shot 85%. Dallas shot 53.8. Basically 54%. But here is the kicker. Total rebounds. Remember a couple podcasts say, a coach told me a long time ago, no rebounds, no rings. Dallas had 35. Boston had 51. 15 of them offensive rebounds. That's part of your game. That's game right there. Assists, 18 for Dallas, 25 for Boston. Steals, 4 for Dallas, 9 for Boston. That's the game. Now, I'm trying to compose myself. Because y'all don't understand how much I despise that green and white. But the better team won. Even though I'm about to rant right now. Because let's be real. These are professional basketball players, correct? Correct. I really think the dumbing down of basketball has actually really 100% hit me in the face watching this series. Because Dallas did everything wrong that us old heads, as y'all youngins call us, got beat with every fundamental thing that we were taught. See ball and man. Dallas got hit so many times with back doors, block out, box out, whatever you want to call it. Some people say block out, some people say box out. In other words, put your body, pause, on somebody and move them out the way so you collect a rebound. Dallas didn't do that. Move the ball around. Stop having it in one spot. Let the ball go from side to side. All Dallas really could run was pick and roll with Luka. Pick and roll with Kyrie. Whereas Boston, on the other hand, drive, kick, swing ball, open shot. That's also a piss off joint. Over helping. We were taught if you get beat, your big man would clean up your mess, and whoever's in the short corner, you can hedge, but don't leave your man. Talk on defense and rotate. Let's say ball goes to the corner. Your guy's already there. Who's ever up top is now up going against the top of the key dude. And then you talk and get to your men or women accordingly. How many times I saw Dallas in 5 games over help? Don't hesitate on your shot. So many times I've seen Dallas pump. I'm going to shoot it. No. Yes, I am. It breaks your rhythm. If you're going to drive, don't drive too deep. Pause. What I mean by that is, you see where they have the charging circle now in the NBA? We were taught maybe about 2 to 3 feet before you hit that spot, you either stop, shoot it, or pass that joint. Because if you take 1 or 2 more steps, you're in no man's land. PJ Washington. It was the same play about drive and kick, drive and kick, drive and kick, drive and kick. Now, as I'm looking at the stats on the screen, and I'm pondering, Dallas may have beaten OKC and beat Minnesota. Can we honestly say that Dallas was a better team than both? Or did they just get hot? That's kind of what I'm wondering at this point. Might be spirit, might be caught up in the spirit of the moment. Might be. But Dallas need to run some offense besides Luka. And speaking of Luka, before I get into some other things, Luka need to get in goddamn shape. Luka needs to lose 10 to 15. That's just me. Because even though he's young, his body's going to break down. So if you Now I know European ball players. They do some other stuff once the season is over. Like Joker does, goes and plays with his horses. He races horses and things. Raise them and race them. But at the same time, looking at Luca, to get to the next level, he has to play defense, at least attempt, because they hunted Luca. The back doors and the blow bys was against Luca, but it happened against pretty much all the Dallas, but Luca especially. I think Luca needs to lose 10 to 15, hit them weights, so he can be quicker playing defense at least. As for you Celtics, this was the easiest road I've seen a team have in a very long time. Everybody in the East was hurt. Now, you gotta say survival of the fittest. I'm thinking Miami hurt, Philly hurt, Indiana hurt, New York hurt, Cleveland and Orlando young. Let's see. You played Miami, everybody hurt. Um, Played Cleveland, that wasn't really no comp. Swept Indiana, who basketball IQ is late game situation is atrocious, but they also was hurt. Enjoy them 18. You won't repeat. You won't. I'm hating right now. Damn, that hurts. This hurts, yo. As a Laker fan, this hurts. Kyrie need to sage the TD Garden. Now, also, was it TD Garden or is Kyrie starting to lose a step? Because he already has his ring, he got his money, he's at peace. But now, after this, what Drew Holiday and Derek White did to him, and sometimes Jaylen Brown did to him, it's very rare you see Kyrie bottled up. So I'm kind of skeptical with Uncle Drew. As for the Mavs, PJ Washington, I've suggested some work on your shot and your handle. The same problem that we were saying with Jaylen Brown a couple years ago where he got no left, you don't either. If you do one more damn spin and lose the ball, come sit down. Another thing, Jason Kidd, you made no real adjustments at all. The one time you forced your team to play defense, they blew Boston out. All of us are still wondering, where was Tim Hardaway through this whole series? You needed a third scorer. He led the team off the bench for scoring. He was actually your third leading scorer the whole regular season. I don't know what happened after he got his ankle hurt, and maybe y'all bumping heads and beefing and stuff. This ain't the time for that shit. Tim Hardaway Jr. played 9 minutes, got one shot off. But for that 9 minutes, he was actually playing decent defense. Remember the game before, he came off the bench, it's garbage time, he had 15 just like that. You need an extra score. Sometimes coaches get in their pride things with certain situations. My rotation is cool. But he was a candidate for 6th man of the year. Don't change the stuff up now, because I could tell you when the game changed. As soon as Matt Cleveland came in the game in the first quarter, Boston hit a 10-0 run. Game. I don't know, man. God dang, it hurt, yo. Speaking of hurt, I'm gonna transition on something. And I believe Gilbert Arenas and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce changed my mind about Caitlyn Clark and the Olympic team. Now, let me say this. If we're talking about pure basketball, she's not better than any of the 12. She's not. But I think when it comes to the marketing aspect, she should have been on this team. And Angel Reese. I just can't call Angel Reese. See, this rookie class, even with Cameron Brink, what's my girl, the center, Cardoza, out of South Carolina. They're basically all of them are taking a pay cut coming to the WNBA. Because all of them were making money. Heck, I think Angel Reese was making the most out of all of them. I want to say she was making like $5 million or something like that. I could be wrong. In NIL money and sponsorships. So she took a pay cut coming to the WNBA. You could say Caitlyn Clark is number one. By all means, number one. And jersey sales, all that for the WNBA right now. But you know who's actually, and Caitlyn's selling out arenas. Heck, Washington Mystics just went from a 5,000 arena to the Wizards 20,000 seat arena for Caitlyn Clark. But you know who was averaging, who comes to town and they're actually the attendance goes up as well? It's Angel Reese. I believe when the Sky played the Liberty, it was like they capped it at 10,000 people, supposedly. So the whole league has gone up with this rookie class, especially, but I will admit, Caitlyn Clark. If the U.S. basketball team committee was smart, they'd have put Caitlyn on and Angel Reese on the squad. One, for something that Kevin Garnett said. The knowledge that the old vets will give the youngins. So 4 or 5 years from now, Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese will be the ones that's telling the new class of Olympians what have you was good. This is how we do it. This is how this happens. I didn't think about that. So the vets like Deanna Taurasi and what I'm saying, AJ Wilson, Stewie, what I'm saying, they can tell you, give you some knowledge with it of how to maneuver this game. I was thinking about that. What Gilbert Arenas was saying on his podcast was, the WNBA is fighting against themselves business-wise and marketing-wise. You all, so I'm not going to say all of the WNBA is bitter. I'm not even going to say even maybe, I'll say maybe 90% of the WNBA, they straight. It's that 10%. But at the same time, as a business aspect, you fight against yourself. Attendance has gone up because it's a rookie class. Merchandise has gone up. Viewership for your sport has gone up, mainly because of Caitlyn Clark. Let's not get it twisted. You use that to build your game. because when the NBA signs their new, I think was it 72 or $76 billion deal, guess who's going to get that too? Everybody tend to forget the NBA funds the WNBA. So you hollering about the salaries with the revenue that's coming in generated by Caitlyn Clark and this rookie class, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, so on and so forth. Your money's going up, therefore your salaries can go up. More eyes are on the product. So from a marketing standpoint, Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese, because we're dealing with Magic and Bird. And the WNBA was never, they never thought this could happen, but we're dealing with Magic and Bird, just in a female form. I'm gonna be real. Black America's Angel Reese, white America's Caitlyn Clark. Does this sound familiar? And I don't know, 1979, where Michigan State played Indiana State, undefeated Indiana State team, mind you, and you see how they saved the NBA. This is a dynamic you must take advantage of. I'll admit I was wrong when all three of the when I listened to all three podcasts. I'm like, damn. I'm thinking because of the purity of the ball of basketball. Nah, if we done with basketball, no, neither one of them deserve to be on the Olympic team. But for the marketing value to pretty much get eyes on your sport, yes. And you're fighting against yourselves business wise. If you're dealing with the and I've heard so many female basketball players on Fox, CBS, and ESPN say they do it for the purity of the game. It's cool. You also need eyes on your sport. I was wrong. If we know the purity of the game, no. But we're not in that time right now. And let's be real. The women have gotten 7 gold medals in a row. And yeah, Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark may not get that much burn, but more than likely the women are going to bring home gold number 8. I wasn't thinking about that. So, my fault. My bad. Brothers can mess up every once in a while. I got it. But before I get out of here, because there's not going to be any basketball, no football. Oh, congratulations to the Birmingham Stallions for winning the UFL championship this past Sunday by beating the San Antonio Brahmas by a score of 25-0. They have not lost in any spring league, so that's just 3 years in a row. They won the USFL 2, and now they brought a championship in the quote unquote UFL, which is the merging of the UFL and the XFL, and did it pretty damn handily. The league has promise. I like the league. I think the league, with long as Fox and ESPN keep backing it, you know, and be for what it is, cool. I think it'll be fine. But that's just my snippet on that one. But what I was saying before I get up out of here, Governor Wes Moore of the great state of Maryland, I must applaud you, sir. I must really, really applaud you. You know why? Because the man is parting. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Is as I'm looking at my screen to make sure I get the right amount of people. he is set to pardon 175,000 people from marijuana convictions in Maryland. There's several different articles on this, but the one I'm popping up right now is from The Hill. It was by yesterday by Lauren Irwin, and it goes as following. Maryland Governor Wes Moore, Democrat, will be issuing a mass pardon for more than 175,000 marijuana convictions Monday. The pardons will be one of the country's biggest acts of clemency involving the drug that's now widely used recreationally. In an interview with the Washington Post, Moore said it would be a step to heal the decades of social and economic injustice that disproportionately harmed people of color, which it did. I'm ecstatic to have the real opportunity. With that, I'm signing to right a lot of historical wrongs. He said, if you want to be able to create inclusive economic growth, it means that you must start removing these barriers that continue to disproportionately sit on communities of color. Now, don't think it's all just black people, white people too. White people and black people use weed, marijuana, the good plant, whatever you want to call it, about the same use rate. Now, the pardon, as I continue with the article, I'm skipping a couple paragraphs. The pardons rival only Massachusetts, where Governor Maura Healey, Democrat, issued a blank pardon in March that is expected to impact hundreds of thousands of people, the Post reported. Now, here's what I've always thought about since weed is slowly becoming legal. Excuse me, let me get the correct term. Marijuana is becoming legal in a good portion, the majority of the states. If you got busted for marijuana, whether you sold it or you used it or just got caught on your person, I think as long as you are non-violent, me personally, I think you should be let out of prison or jail. Now, because the government itself is using weed. I got a question, and I will openly admit, when necessary, because the brothers, I ain't gonna lie, suffer from anxiety. So it helps. So it's medical. Question for anybody that really wants to think about it. Have you ever seen a violent weed head? I have never seen a violent weed head. I've seen a violent drunk. I've seen a violent meth head, cocaine, crack, heroin. I've never, ever saw a violent weed head. You know the symptoms of smoking weed? It's going to be one of these. Happy, hungry, sleepy, horny. That's it. So I'm a firm believer of letting them out. That we do have the private prison industry using these people, men and women, black and white, Latino, Asian, who don't matter, for this pawn. And states that are red or governors that are red say they broke the law. Well, the law changed and you let them out. They must serve their time. But it's legal now. So it's an oxymoron. It don't make sense. Let them out. But Governor Wes Moore, who replaced Governor Larry Hogan, this is why Maryland, as much as I have beef with Maryland, that's a whole different thing. This is why, low key, Maryland has been one of the best states in the entire union. And it's a blue state, by the way, majority of it. I'm just saying, can we do some common sense? Congrats, Governor. You did right. You did all right on that. Now, I'm about to get up out of here. To summarize, I was wrong about Caitlyn Clark. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Gilbert Arenas made me see. I'm thinking basketball. They're thinking big picture. My bad. God daggone Boston Celtics beat the Dallas Mavericks 4-1 in tonight's game. They beat them 106-88. Did you realize that the Dallas Mavericks only scored 100 points one time, and that's the game they won? But that's a whole different stuff. Luka need to get in shape. And whatever hex that Boston has on Kyrie, I mean, break that joint, bro. I think he's a devoted Muslim. You need to say something because something wrong. You know what I mean? And once again, Governor Wes Moore did the right thing, pardoning and will pardon 175,000 people from marijuana convictions. But once again, damn Boston Celtics. It's putting up banner number 18. They're putting up banner number 18. Damn it, man. This hurts. Laker Nation, we gonna get it together. We gonna get it. I know how we can get it. It's two things we need to do. But I'm gonna be one of them. You know what? We're being held hostage by a 39-year-old. And we got an agent, former agent of the late great Kobe Bryant running the team as a GM. But, Bob Myers, who ran Golden State Warriors, he's on ESPN. But, you know what I mean? Y'all, we ain't even got a damn head coach. But you know what? Let me chill out. Let me get up out of here, man. Before I blow my stack. Pause. I'm going to say goodbye until I talk to y'all again. Ain't no real sports. I'm sorry, baseball fans. At least I got summer league to look forward to. And, we're going to talk. We'll talk again. Because now that the season is all the goods, football and basketball is over, I can get into some real life politics and real life situations right now with the people. But I'm out. We'll discuss that on another day. As I always tell you all, may Father and the ancestors take care of you, your loved ones, and anybody else that you care about. I see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.